morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in this world. I'm DJ Unification, also known as Double Dragon 912. And today, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? News Friday is finally back. Gameplay footage you see in the background, I don't know yet. Like I tell you guys and girls, I like to surprise you and surprise me. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Hope you guys and girls been having a great week. I have a great week. I can't complain. I'm still alive, still breathing, still in my right mind, and God is good all the time. All the time, God is good. I got a couple of news stories for you guys and girls today. I ain't gonna hold you too long. Y'all know I tried to hold you that long. About to get into this, ladies and gentlemen. But before I get into this, remember, Jesus Christ love y'all. God sent His Son, Jesus Christ, to die for our sins. Y'all get to know Him. While you still got time. As long as you got breath in your body, you can get to know Jesus Christ. He your best friend, your Heavenly Father. He always has your back. When the whole world try to turn against you, Jesus Christ is right there for you. He done got me out of a lot of stuff. Like I said, if He can take care of a sinner like me, I know He can take care of y'all. Y'all get to know Him while you still can. Just saying. That being said, let's get into my first news story for today, ladies and gentlemen. Now, ladies and gentlemen, first thing I want to talk about on this here News Friday. Yeah, let's get into this, ladies and gentlemen. First thing, let's get on and knock this out of the way. PS4 set to lose PSN features in 2026 report. Wow. Which PSN features are being sunset on the PS4? Here we go. Let me read some of this to you guys. A new report from Inside Gaming notes that PlayStation is preparing to sunset several PlayStation and PS Network features on the PlayStation 4 beginning in the spring of 2026. Many of these features include things that have to deal with how new games added to the PS4 will integrate with this system overall. Here we go. The report comes courtesy of document sent to Insider Gaming, which specifically states that any new PS4 titles submitted after this date will no longer be able to integrate with the following legacy features. And here they go. Activity Feed Web API, Title Small Storage TSS, Title User Storage TUS, User and Profile, Word Fillers, and Shared Media Web API. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I've been on the PS5 for a long time. I can't even remember all the features that's on the PS4. Comment down in the comments section. Shout out to all my PS4 owners that still got a PS4. I still got mine, just ain't hooked up forever today. Let me know what these features are. I don't remember. I ain't gonna lie to you. Ever since I got the PS5 a few years ago, I ain't looked back on the PS4. Because once you shovel over enough money to get a PS5, you really don't need your PS4 no more. Let me tell you why. Because basically all your PS4 games work on your PS5. I can't tell you. I still collect PS4 games and all of them, they backwards compatible. That was sells the PS5 in my opinion. They ain't the graphics, it's so enough ain't the games. They ain't got the games, because all the games you can get on other consoles is mainly the backwards compatibility. To me, you have backwards compatibility on the console, your console will go a long way. And it got some games though, but like I said, those same games you can pick up on other consoles. And the PC. Have the PlayStation library, but not more than half is over there on the Xbox, on PlayStation, on PC, and is over there on Nintendo Switch. So you really don't need a PlayStation. You just need to be patient, because you know at first the exclusive will come out on the PlayStation, and then they'll eventually, in a year and a half time, sometimes even quicker than that, they'll port it over there to PC, making your console useless. That's all I had to say about that. Let's keep moving. Moving right along. Moving right along. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's see. Excuse me. Next thing I want to talk about on this here News Friday. Here we go. Let's talk about Nintendo being Nintendo. Here we go. Nintendo reportedly offers developers only 2 options for Switch 2 game cards. Wow. Now listen. Let's see. According to the recent report from Bloomberg, Nintendo Switch 2 is offered to off to a strong start in hardware sales, but not everyone in the gaming industry is celebrating. While the console makers' own titles are performing well, third-party developers reportedly haven't experienced the same boost in software sales that usually accompanies a major console launch. Here we go. Let me see if I can read some more of this to you guys and girls. Let's see. A major point of contention in the way of Nintendo handling physical games format on its new console. In the past, developers could choose from several game card size to match their game's data requirements while keeping costs manageable. But as per Bloomberg, developers have just two choice of Nintendo Switch 2 game keycard EI large 64 gig cards, which is expensive to manufacture, or a cheap game keycard that requires players to download most of all of the game data before playing. The latter has proven unpopular amongst players. Wow. So basically, ladies and gentlemen, what these folks are saying, Nintendo is only giving these developers 64 gigs to work with when they want to make a game. So if your game data size is over 64 gigs, you just got to put it on a game key card. And they basically are forcing developers to either pay that high price for putting it on a 64 gig card, or everybody do the cheap game key card. If y'all did not know, this shouts out to all my Final Fantasy VII Regarbage fans. The latest Final Fantasy VII Regarbage game, they putting it on a game key card. Now, the developer of Final Fantasy VII heard all the backlash, and he came out there, telling lies, spouting nonsense. Said, well, really couldn't do more than 64 gigs. It would have made the console made the game too slow. So our best bet was to put it on a game key card instead of putting it on the whole disc, because it would have made our game be slower. Really? Seriously? Really? Square Enix? Now, I could understand. Let me talk to you for a second. I can understand a independent developer saying that, because they try to save costs and they ain't got as much money as Square Enix. Square Enix, you are a big time developer. You got money. You are a huge developer, huge publisher. There ain't no excuse why you can't use all that 64 gig card and put your game over there on it. Ain't no excuse. That's just BS. You just trying to be cheap. Now, gamers, shouts out to all my physical media collectors out there. If you got any sense in your head, do not support game key cards. Show Nintendo how greedy they is and don't buy game key cards. You shouldn't have a Nintendo Switch 2 anyway, in my opinion. And plus, you shouldn't waste your money on that garbage game, Final Fantasy Regarbage. Spend it on something else. Now, there's a few developers out there that are putting their whole game on the disc, which Square Enix, I'm calling BS on what you're saying, that the card was too expensive. Y'all can afford it. If independent developer CD Projekt Red can put all of Cyberpunk on the disc, the cartridge, and they're an independent developer, ain't no reason in this world you cannot put your whole game, Final Fantasy Regarbage onto a key card. Onto the whole game. Somebody will slow down the game. Load times be slower. Just let the load times be slower. So the player, the people that buy the game, can actually have the whole game on the cartridge. They don't have to depend on Nintendo servers. Because when Nintendo servers go down, how they gonna play the game? They can't play them. Because they gotta go online, download the game, and put it all on the cheap plastic cartridge y'all got. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. So basically Nintendo is forcing these developers to basically turn away from physical and make all their games digital. That's the case, you shouldn't buy a game key card. Just buy it digital. I'm against, I don't mind buying digital, don't get me wrong. I don't mind because some of these great games out there the independent developers make, you can only get them digital. They ain't got physical copies of them. But if I want a physical copy of it, I'm going to buy the physical. Now, I repeat, physical collectors out there, do not buy game key cards. If you want to see where all games are on game key cards, go to Does It Play. Like I said, there'll be a link in the description. You go to their Twitter, they called out all the games that are on game key cards. Now there's a few of them that's not. Cyberlink, that's not on game key card. And maybe a handful of games is not on game key card. But if that thing down there says game key card, do not, I repeat, do not buy it. Let it stay on the shelf. So greedy Nintendo that you shouldn't have did this. You should have made it the regular way and stop forcing these developers to pay all this money just to make a physical copy for your game. Ridiculous. That's why they were saying on this report, ladies and gentlemen, that third-party developers are not really seeing a big, they're not making much money off of it because a lot of gamers like myself, they're not buying game key cards. Yeah, I'm telling you, if the game is on a game key card, don't buy it. Don't support Nintendo greedy little habits. And then here goes these simps out there, dude from Capcom, former developer. So man, Nintendo is not being greedy. They have 13.72 billion in the bank. That don't mean nothing to the spirit of greed. Spirit of greed wants you to get even more. That ain't enough in the greedy developers' eyes. That's just scratching the surface. So, oh, you got a billion, you need to get a trillion. Or you got a trillion, you need to get trillion times 2. That's what greed does. They being greedy, don't support their greedy habits. Like I said, first and foremost, Nintendo Switch 2 is too high. It's that console should not have been no $450. No. Most it should have been was $400. That would have been a sweet spot. For $450, you might well set out $50 more to get a PS5. Now, you gotta set out $100 to get a PS5 for $550, which is ridiculous. So basically what I said on the title, Nintendo forcing people to go all digital and trying to get rid of physical. That's why. Because they forcing developers to make a choice. If they do put it on a 64 gig card, the manufacturing cost is out of this world basically. Forcing developers to either make it digital, and if they want to do over digital, make a game key card. Ridiculous. And of course the developers are trying to save money. The cheapest way to do it is do a game key card. And I just want to let y'all know about what's going on behind closed door with Nintendo. How they just robbing people blind, and I ain't supporting this crap. Y'all shouldn't either. Well, anyway, that's all I had to say about that. Let's keep moving. Moving right along. Now, ladies and gentlemen, got another news story for you guys. Konami comments on Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 2. Wow, this kind of update for you guys that wondering. Development on Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 2 is still in progress. According to game producer, I can't pronounce his name, I'm not even going to try it, doing a panel hosted by Konami at the Tokyo Game Show 2025. Developer said that since Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1 was given a number in its title, it is only natural for fans to expect a second compilation. Let's see. Amidst busy Tokyo Game schedule lineup, the studio responded to a question often asked by Metal Gear Solid fans concerning the state of Metal Gear Solid appearing. Blah 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 blah. Let me see. Metal Gear Solid Collection, Master Collection Volume 2 is still some time away from a potential release. Briefly mention the compilation during the Metal Gear Production Hotline panel at Tokyo Game Show, stating that it is natural for fans to expect a second Metal Gear Solid Master Collection, given that the first one was titled Volume 1 by Konami. However, he asked fans to wait a little longer for more news about the project's progress. Basically, they ain't doing nothing with it, ladies and gentlemen. It's still in the oven cooking, I guess. Apparently, if you did not know, the first Volume 1, I got that. I picked it up for $20 because it was on sale. It came with Metal Gear Solid 1, Metal Gear Solid 2, and Metal Gear Solid 3. So I'm guessing the next volume probably will come with Metal Gear Solid 4, Peace Walker, and the rest of the Metal Gear Solids that they made out there. That's what I'm guessing. And if they do make that, that'd be the first time ever that the Metal Gear Solid 4 will be off a PS3 console. Because right now, the only place you can play Metal Gear Solid 4 is on the PS3. It's still a PS3 exclusive because Kojima told Xbox fans that, well, if I was going to put Metal Gear Solid 4 on Xbox 360, it's going to come with 4 or 5 discs, and he didn't want to do all that. He's like, no, it's made for PS3 and it's exclusive to PS3. So, we'll see, ladies and gentlemen. I want to update you guys and girls on what's going on about Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 2. A lot of people wanted to know, so that's why I thought this article would be interesting. That's about it I had to say about that. Let's keep moving. Moving right along. Moving right along. Now, ladies and gentlemen, see what else we need to talk about here. We're all friends here. Oh, here we go. The Rogue Xbox Ally could have been cheaper. Wow, here we go. Discussions between Microsoft and Asus to make the Rogue Xbox Ally and Xbox Ally X cheaper than $599 and $999. Wow, did not proceed. According to sources familiar with the situation, Microsoft and Asus were reportedly discussing ways to subsidize the Rogue Xbox Ally to keep prices below expectation. Those discussions bore no fruit. Following the reveal in June 2025, the Rogue Xbox Ally and Xbox Ally X were touted as a premium way for Xbox gamers to play their favorite titles on the go. Both Rogue Xbox Ally systems utilize the AMD Ryzen Z2 processor and have Windows 11 pre-installed as the main operating system. Ergo, apps like Steam, Battle.net, and Epic Game Store can be downloaded and installed on a handheld device. While the Rogue Xbox Ally and Xbox Ally X had their October 16th launch confirmed during Gamescom, the prices of the handhelds remained a mystery due to the ongoing tariff situation between the U.S. and various nations. Wow. So basically, ladies and gentlemen, the handheld Xbox that they got coming out, it says it's going to be premium. So $599 for one price and $999 for the other price. $1,000. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. That is crazy, boy. Like I said, Xbox must be smoking that. They smoking that good stuff, boy. I'm telling you. Bringing a cost out that high. They smoking something. I don't know what they smoking over there. They smoking that good stuff. But you know, like I said, somebody buy it. You know, you ballers, shot callers out there, I know y'all gonna buy it because y'all got it like that. Me personally, no. I don't think Xbox worth it. You might as well just buy your Steam Deck. At least Steam Deck, you have Steam on it. Steam compatible with a lot of Steam games. I don't think you should buy Xbox. Like I said, at my last News Friday video, there's no real reason to own a Xbox. Seriously. it's even less of a reason on the Xbox, more so than PlayStation. At least with PlayStation, when a brand new game come out, a year and a half later, at least a year and a half later, it goes to another console or whatever, another platform. You got some exclusivity there. With the Xbox, nope, no exclusivity. Games are day and date with PC, and sometimes go over to other consoles. Time Gears of War Reload or whatever come out, you get it on PC. Time new Halo come out, you get it on PC. Time new Forza come out, you get it on PC. So what's the use of on the Xbox? You get you a decent running PC, you can play all your Xbox games. Xbox Live, all that stuff. Now Xbox Live, it's free online on PC, and you can get your Game Pass. All that stuff, and you don't even need an Xbox. Makes your Xbox console irrelevant. Like I said, the PS5 really relevant too. I said I wanted to bless myself. That's why I held on to mine, and physical media. That's what keeps PlayStation going, in my opinion. Physical media. Now, Sony, if you get in y'all thick skull and be stupid and take away physical media from PlayStation, I believe your game sales gonna go down big time. A lot of folks, they teetering on that line like me, whether or not they wanna go over to PC full time or stay with PlayStation. A lot of them stay with PlayStation because they just like me. They like physical media. They like owning their game. And you take that away from the customers, they be like, man, what's the use of owning the PlayStation? I get it being PC. I can play all my PlayStation games, and it won't cost me a dime to go online, free online. Just saying, man. Crazy. Well, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I thought you guys and girls wanted to know that the Xbox Rogue Xbox Ally comes out October 16th, and for what they're saying in this news article, it's going to be $599 for one version and basically $1,000 for the second version. I don't see the reason to get that. You might be able to get your Steam Deck, but hey, and my Xbox fan, this is for you guys and girls. That's all I had to say about that topic there too. Let's keep moving. Moving right along. Moving right along. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into my last news story for today, ladies and gentlemen. Xbox, see what they're doing now. Game Pass price hike announced. Will cost $30 a month for Ultimate. Wow. Now, if you did not know, ladies and gentlemen, Game Pass at its infancy, when it first came out, it was $1. Some places it was free. I mean, my brother had a whole bunch of free trials for it. Then they split the tiers up. They split up the Ultimate and then the regular one. Ultimate is the highest tier you can get, which all games that come out brand new on Game Pass, you automatically get. Any Xbox exclusive that come out brand new, you get it on Xbox Game Pass, period. It went up to $14.99. Now, they done brought Ultimate up to $30 freaking dollars. Wow. Let me see what they're saying here. Microsoft has announced another Xbox Game Pass price, like with the Ultimate tier. Game going up to $30 a month. Microsoft is making this change just ahead of Call of Duty Black Ops 7, released in November. It follows a price increase on Xbox consoles that was announced last week. Wow. So not only did their console went up, the cheapest Xbox console, Xbox Series X you can get is $400, but you want the big time one that got 2 terabytes on it is $800 freaking dollars. Not only did they raise the price of their consoles twice, they raised the price of y'all precious Game Pass. Wow. Tell me y'all, man, Microsoft smoking that good stuff, boy. And everything going up. Ridiculous. Now keep in mind now, ladies and gentlemen, you don't really need an Xbox. You get Game Pass. You Game Pass fans out there, you get Game Pass on your PC too. A lot of folks don't know that, but you get Game Pass on PC, and I never was a fan of Game Pass. I tried it. It was decent. My brother, shouts out to my younger brother, Big Ant Crusty, he let me try it for a while. You just get random games. You rent them though. You rent them and you don't keep them. You can download them to your hard drive, but you never keep them. And when Microsoft ready to take them away, they gone. That's why I never invested in Game Pass, because I like owning my games. When I buy a game, I want to be able to own it and say it's mine and I can do what I want with it. But with Game Pass, you just get a certain amount of games. They shuffle around every month. And if you're at the mercy of Microsoft, Microsoft ready to take that game away, it's gone. You can't do nothing about it. You better beat it. And you know, some people, I can understand why they would like it, because, you know, some people like, well, I only play a few games and, you know, I get this Game Pass and just play a few games. That'd be it for me. I understand. But $15 to me was a sweet point. Well, you know, it was very affordable for everybody. But $30 for the premium? Seriously, Microsoft? Really? $30 freaking dollars? Well, shout out to some of the YouTubers I used to watch back in the day. I know who they were. They said it's just a matter of time, gamers, that Xbox was going to eventually raise the price of these subscription services. They keep it there long enough just to guide you in and bite you in, but once they got their hooks on you, they're going to raise the price. Just like Netflix be going up for no reason. Disney Plus, all that stuff be going up. These streaming services be going up. That's what Microsoft doing. And, you know, it forced a lot of people just to start buying DVDs and Blu-rays again. And a lot of them just go, they pirate it. Like, man, I ain't finna pay all this money. Let me just pirate this movie that I want to watch. That's what people are doing, ladies and gentlemen. Because these streaming services are losing their mind, keep going up. And Microsoft keep losing their mind, keep up. Ridiculous. I'm telling you. Hate to say it. Gaming crash. They keep raising the price of this stuff. Now, Nintendo only went up once. And of all things they brought up was the Nintendo's, the OG Nintendo Switch. 8-year-old console they brought the price up on. Where they do that at, I don't know. Sony done went up again. It's just ridiculous. You pricing y'all pricing yourselves out of the market. People ain't finna pay all this money. People gonna be like this. Should I put food on the table for my family, or should I buy a PlayStation 5? Should I put food on my table for my family, or should I buy an Xbox Series X? Should I put food on the table for my family, or buy a Nintendo Switch 2? Any man of the household that got sense in his head, he gonna put food on the table. He ain't finna pay all that money for no console. And like I said, I'm not the majority. I'm the minority. You know, I'm hardcore gamer. You know, I'm in the console and the gaming. I'm hardcore. I'm not the targeted audience. Y'all need to be getting the casual market. And you are pricing the casual market out of the market. They ain't finna pay all that. Stuff going up. They're like, man, I need to get me some eggs. I ain't got time for paying that much for no Xbox. I'm good. Man, I need to put gas in the car. I ain't got that money left over to pay for no Xbox. I'm good. That's junk will stay there. And y'all just pricing yourselves out of the market. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous how much y'all charging for this stuff. Just saying. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that about wraps up, ladies and gentlemen, for this rendition of News Fridays. Leave comments below, ladies and gentlemen. Tell what you guys gonna think about the Game Pass price hike. Y'all still getting Game Pass? Y'all hype about Game Pass even though the price went up? Let me know about that. Tell what you guys and girls think about Konami saying Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 2 is on, basically, still cooking it up on hiatus, basically. What you guys and girls think about that. Also tell what you guys and girls think about the Xbox Ally could, gonna cost $599 and $1,000. Y'all will get one? Let me know about all that down in the comment section. Tell what you guys and girls think about Nintendo's game key cards, basically smothering developers, basically forcing them to make everything digital instead of physical because they really ain't giving them a choice. What y'all guys and girls think about that. Tell what you guys and girls think about the new features that are going to be off there on the PS4 come March 2026. Do y'all know anything about these features? Active feed, web, title small storage, title user storage, users and profiles, word filters, and shared media web API. Do y'all know anything about these features? I don't. I used to back when I was on PS4, but I ain't been on PS4 in some years. Let me know about all the stuff I talk about. Like I say, everything I talk about, click link in the description. I back up everything I say with news articles. I try not to just talk outside my head. Like I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, that about wraps up, ladies and gentlemen, for this rendition of News Friday. Like I said, leave the comments below. Thank you guys and girls so much for watching. Stay tuned for more great videos like this on the way. Noble Dragon 912 signing out. Peace out.